Salute and welcome to Wild Country Daily Entertainment. I've been doing a lot of research the past couple of days, and between looking at some of these other people's comments and some of these other chats that are keeping up with this, I just came across this. I mean, I didn't, but somebody else mentioned this, and I looked into it yesterday, and yeah, it looks like it's true. Um, this article is from MSN. Um, this describes Savanna Guthrie memoir that was released in 2024. It actually resurfaced from Savanna's 2024 memoir. Savanna Guthrie and cousins used to stage pretend kidnapping as kids. Now, stop and think, okay? For a second, please, guys, stop and think. This resurfaces, and it's funny that she has a book that describes her and her cousins used to play pretend kidnapping as kids. Now, I know me, I never played that when I was a kid. And I don't know about any of you, but did you ever play this game? Did you ever play this pretend kidnapping, as a kid? Was that a normal thing for you guys to do? Because this don't sound very normal at all. And it just comes out in 2024, and then 2 years later, this happens to her mom? Something's not making sense. And I've been paying attention to this case closely. And from day one, nothing's been making sense. It's been a whole circus. Just like last night, I was watching somebody stream down there, and they went to a scanner call. And this person supposedly got pulled over by the police, but outran them, or tried to outrun them or something. And they used a grappler thing to stop the vehicle. Well, would you not believe it, but they taped that whole crime scene off last night, but yet they would not tape Nancy Guthrie's place off? Second of all, they left people from the pool company come on Nancy Guthrie's place, which that should have been taped off. Nobody should have been able to come on that property. Nothing's been making sense since day one. Since the first week of her missing. We are missing something. Or they are not being honest with us. Something. But let's get into this article, okay? That's enough of me gibber-gabbing. So, they go on to say, as the search for Savanna Guthrie's mom, Nancy, prepares to enter its fourth week, a surprising detail has resurfaced from Savanna's 2024 memoir. Mostly what God does, reflections on seeking and finding his love everywhere. Now, they go on to say, in the book, Savanna 57 describes going to visit her cousin in Phoenix. The Today host said that her cousin Terry was approximately 20 years older than her, so she seemed more like an aunt. Instead, she was closer with Terry's 3 children, Paige, Charlie, and Holly. So they go on to say about once a year in the summertime, cousin Terry orchestrated a kidnapping of my sister and me, Savanna wrote. They then go on to say, MSN, she then went on to explain how the situation would play out, adding, the cousins would visit for a few days at our house in Tucson, and then on the morning they were to leave. MSN says Terry would wake us up early, shushing us in the pre-dawn darkness as we made our escape. We would all pile into her rickety station wagon and head north. So maybe that's where, when they do these searches, maybe they need to head north. Maybe this is trying to tell us where her mom might be. But they go on to say Savanna recalled calling her mother from a payphone during one of the so-called kidnapping, writing, "Mom, Cousin Terry kidnapped us to take us to her house. She said her mother would pretend to be shocked before promising to drive up and get them a few days later." Now, they go on to say, however, those memories of summer kidnappings now read differently in light of the current search for her mother Nancy, who has been missing since February 1st. So now, you guys tell me, what is going on? Does this make any sense at all to you guys? Let me know your thoughts and opinions, what you think is going on. And thank you for supporting me. Thank you for sharing my content out. Thank you for doing all that. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, because I'll keep giving updates. And I may go live later, so stay tuned. Peace out.